Hey YouTube, this is Rescue Smart Fan 62. This is an AEW rant. AEW was meant to be an alternative to WWE. When AEW was formed, this was at a time where WWE was essentially cold. This was a year before the whole dog food stuff on SmackDown. This is the same year you had The Fiend versus Seth Rollins, where there was a disqualification inside Hell in a Cell. So AEW was meant to be an alternative to all of that. For that first year, it was up to 2022, 23. I'm not going to go into the Wednesday Night Wars between AEW and NXT, where AEW was bragging about beating NXT. The problem is, ever since 2023 or so, give or take, AEW has gone on this landslide of bringing in people like Okada, Mercedes Moné, and all this other stuff. But the problem is, you're also essentially keeping the people that you have in the back. Reasons why Aleister Black wanted out. Ricky Starks wanted out. Miro wanted out. Miro did not wrestle. He had 4 matches all year in AEW in 2023. 0 in 2024. No wonder why he wanted out. Ricky Starks, he wanted out since November, December of 2024. Supposedly, Malachi Black wanted out, going as far back as October, November of last year. The problem is this. Tony Khan is ruining this company. He's bringing in more talent than they have room for. You have a show, Ring of Honor, that was already dead upon arrival, and you're just burying it with a hatchet at this point. It's on a paid platform. I'm not sure what it's called. To 100 people watching the show at max or so? I don't know. I don't watch it. I only see clips of it on YouTube. The problem is this. Tony is bringing in all of these people. There is a reason why 2024, the second, essentially from April on, for free agents, all went to WWE. Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, Motor City Machine Guns, and all of that all went to WWE. One of the common themes with this company was this. For Forbidden Door, Stephanie Vaquer, she was left essentially on her own because AEW didn't arrange any transportation for her. This similar thing happened to CM Punk at All In Chicago. And then Tony wants to be petty when it comes to certain people that look up to CM Punk. Look at Thunder Rosa. Look at, Ricky Starks that just now got released. He got a lot of criticism for going to the Rumble last year in Florida. So people are like, why were you going to the competition? He was supporting his friend Cody Rhodes. This isn't about WWE versus AEW. He was supporting his friend. This company is showing week by week something is not there. They have been beat by WWE's developmental system, NXT, for 23 out of 25 weeks. This is going back to November. There's 2 times since then AEW has beat NXT. First one was Halloween week. Second one was mid-November. That was the last time this company beat NXT, was mid-November. While you have people on the other show learning how to wrestle with some of the best coaches of this industry, with some of the best performers, best everything to learn. Meanwhile, you have people on this show doing flips and all this shenanigans. There is a reason why more and more people are tuning out this show week by week. Collision has gotten to almost Rampage levels, and it's barely 2 years old, or over 2 years old. You have Grand Slam coming up this Saturday, the day after Valentine's Day, that is going to be, I hate to say this, in the ratings, going to be bad, because it doesn't start till 10:30 at night, coming out of probably 1 million plus views with the NBA All-Star Game. That was not even confirmed till recently. There was stuff going around 10:30. Tony was saying 8 for some stupid reason. And then another report was 2:30 in the morning. That is the main thing. There's no communication when it comes to this stuff. Tony is letting this talent do whatever they want. And that is the problem. You have to have creative control to a point. If you let this, essentially is the inmates running the asylum. Tony essentially is going to be the main reason why AEW fails if he does not watch it. Yes, they have a 5-year deal with Warner Brothers Discovery. The problem is this. Warner Brothers themselves are not in a good financial position. They're giving this company $500-something million over a course of 5 years. For what? This company is going down by the week. When they first debuted up to 2023, 2024, they were selling out arenas. Now they're going to small arenas. What does that say? Essentially, when they would rent big arenas, they would only sell maybe the bottom floor and tape off the top. Why? They have 2 big arenas coming up. One in Oakland in around the first week of March. And then you have Revolution in LA at the Crypto.com Arena. Meanwhile, you have All in Texas that has sold barely 10 or 11,000 tickets. And they went on sale in November or December. Unless something changes with that, they're going to be lucky to get 20 to 25,000 people for this show. This past year they had, I think it was like 50, 55, somewhere in there. Maybe, if not more. The problem is this. This show, week by week, is showing why NXT is beating it. You have people like Kenny Omega coming up. No offense to Kenny. And then you have the Death Riders. The Death Riders are one of the main reasons why this show is going like it is. Because they're essentially running the asylum. They showed on Rampage, on one of the last Rampages, pushing, I forgot his name, down the stairs. The problem is this. Jon Moxley with the Death Riders is showing why this is failing. Because you have stuff like this. He's getting ideas from movies and rambling about it. And then he acts like he's all tough and stuff. Then you have Maria Schiffer, who, what is her job exactly? You have Mercedes Moné, who currently holds 5 titles. Probably going to go after Tony or Mariah, whoever wins that. The problem is this. Tony has no set of balls and would rather have them as friends than as workers. That is the reason why this show is failing like it is. Not to mention the tons of, extreme spots and blood and cursing and all this other stuff. While I don't mind blood and cursing on a show, it's just you don't have to have it for every single spot. There is a reason why supposedly Warner Brothers told Tony to calm down the language. Because I'm sure their sponsors were not happy about it either. Until something changes, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And it's going to come to a point where Warner Brothers could be like, what are we paying this company for? Until that happens, this is just going to get worse and worse. And if somebody speaks out or something and Tony gets feared for his life, he's going to put them in the toy chest, never to be seen again. Look at Deonna Purrazzo. They're showing why this is becoming an utter joke.